Yeah, it's a new account.
Oh, it's a new account.
Yeah. Shit, that also means.
Does that have the DLC or no?
That's what I was gonna ask. Alright, fingers crossed that all the DLC's there. Good evening, everyone. What is going on? We are here at Flynn's tonight with a monthly Granblue Fantasy Versus tournament. We have 6 entries in tonight. And yeah, I apologize for the background music in the background. Like, that is the, yeah, that's the Guitar Hero. It is like mad ass loud. But anyway, I'll be muting my microphone in and out and whatnot, so. Oh my god, it's so just annoyingly loud. This is usually the times where I just wish I had the whole the noise canceling in the background. But anyway, let me just see if this account has all the characters. I'm just wanting to know. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed, fingers crossed, fingers crossed.
Character select.
All right, we're good, we're good, we're good, we're good. Hey, Mello, what's going on?
UL.
I forgot the name of the character, but that's the one that Scrott's using on the right-hand side. And right now, Arrow is, you know, fixing his buttons, and I know Arrow uses Siush, or whatever his name is. All right.
Port Breeze.
All right, they're going in. I just want to know, for those that are watching, can y'all even hear the background music? I just want to know. Oh, Yule. Okay. Thank you, Mello.
Versus
Alrighty. Sush versus Yule. Let's get it. Oh, let me change that. There we go.
Believe in victory. Battle 1. Engage.
All right, no button check. This is gonna go right into it. And already Scrot with the offensive. Yeah, I got it. Y'all forgive me.
Great.
Okay. Yeah, it's just they're playing Guitar Hero, and that thing is extremely loud. I should lower the volume.
Ready for a show?
They're currently playing on it right now, and I don't want to, seem so rude. Just to be like, hey, we're streaming. Turn that thing off. I am not trying to get a copyright hit on the stream, so if anything, I'll just go ahead and jump. So that way y'all don't have to hear that background noise.
Battle 2. Engage. Execution. Come on. Perish! Ah! 3001 talents! Excellent! Down.
Done did it now.
Well then. Battle 3. Engage.
You watch it. Don't blink now.
Execution. March. Well, two. Yeah.
Got ya. Move it.
Execution. Demons. Fear.
Watch it.
Great.
Got it.
Finish. What humiliation.
Anybody ever told you you move like...
Believe in victory. Battle 1. Engage. Fall. Execution. March.
Got ya. Watch it. Don't off you.
Fall. Fear. Demons. Fall.
Ready for a show.
Down.
You...
Battle 2. Engage. Demons. Fear. Great.
Don't blink now. You watch it. Don't off you. Right there. Ready for a show.
Finish. What humiliation.
And that's a wrap. Anybody ever told you you move like the wind? Feel like I could adapt some of your technique to my dancing. If you got some time later, come on by and show me your stuff.
Character select. UL. Grand. Narmaya. Narmaya versus Grand. Believe in victory. Battle 1. Engage!
Reagan Link! Reagan Link!
Ready?
Reagan Link!
Here I come.
Reagan Link! Overdrive!
Great!
Oh my. Great.
Back off! Back off! Overdrive! Okay, sit! Yeah!
Down!
Well done.
Over here! Yes!
Battle 2. Engage!
Helping you up. Heads up. Ready? Ready?
Reagan Link! Reagan!
Ready?
This!
Ready?
Reagan Link! This! This! This!
Heads up. Surprise. Heads up. Heads up.
Wait! Reagan Link!
Surprise. Here I come. So strong. This is for you. Helping you up. Heads up.
Finish!
I knew you could do it.
Narmaya? Are you crying?
Believe in victory. Battle 1. Engage!
Not yet!
Great!
Overdrive! Okay, sit! Back off! Back off!
Down!
Well done.
Another! Yes!
Battle 2. Engage! Great!
Overdrive! Reagan!
Great!
Ready?
Reagan Link!
Helping you up. You'll see. This is my everything.
Finish!
I knew you could do it.
Over here!
Gran! Now that's how you...
Narmaya? Are you crying? I'm so sorry. Are you okay? What? They're tears of joy? Because of how much I've grown?
Belial. UL. Ferry. UL. Port Breeze. UL versus Belial. Believe in victory. Battle 1. Engage.
Off you could be. That was your
Great.
Whoa.
Great.
Whoa. Come low.
Let's open you down.
Missed me. Try this on for size. Try this on.
Down.
That was incredible.
Battle 2. Engage.
Off you go. Off you go. Down. You can't hide from me. Come. Whoa. Low. 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 Whoa. That's your best thing. Great. Good. Don't you let Try this on for size. Down. How go?
Let's open you down.
Down you go. Whoa.
Let's open you down.
Try this on for
Great.
size. How's that? Checking you out here. You're such a flirt.
Down.
Tummy ache.
Battle 3. Engage.
Stay sharp. Slow. Oh, good. Don't you let legs play rough. You're such a flirt. Whoa. Down.
Let's open you up.
Closer. Low. The claws are out.
Finish.
Gonna cut this rug.
I confess, I've always admired your dialect. Like pouring
Believe in victory. Battle 1. Engage.
Off you go. Come on. You're good. Whoa. How delicate. You can't hide from me. You're good. You can't hide from me.
Hey.
Down. Try this on for whoa.
Great.
How's that?
Let's open you up.
Try this on for sound. Low. Missed me. Down. You're good. Low. Low. Here. Low. Down. Down you go. Here. How's that?
Down.
That was incredible.
Battle 2. Engage.
Off you go. Down. You can't hide from me. That is your best shot. You can do better. Very well. How delicate. Whoa.
Let's open you up.
How delicate. The best shot is low. Low. Low.
Finish.
Almost passed out.
You're about as wily as Poe, and at least twice as bad. If you've learned anything from our our fight today, you won't show your sorry mug around here ever again.
Believe in victory. Battle 1. Engage!
Feeling good? I'm coming here. You're such a flirt. Down you go.
Hey!
How are you?
Let's open you up.
Slow. Come on. Whoa. Out of my way. Down you go. Come. Down you go. Down you go. Whoa. Missed me. Down. The claws are out. Down. Come. The final chapter's in hand.
And so our creator will perish!
Start trying this on.
Down.
Tummy ache.
Battle 2. Engage!
Slow.
Let's open you up.
Down you go. Down you go. How's that? Down, missed me.
Let's open you up.
Come, down you go.
Great.
Whoa. Slow. Slow. Checking you out.
Embers purifying flame. Y'all learn your lesson?
Great.
Whoa.
Let's open you up. Down.
That was incredible.
Battle 3. Engage!
How's that? How's that? Down.
Let's open you
Down.
Great!
The claws are out. Let's go rock.
Great!
Try this on for
Let's open you up.
Down. Come. The final chapter's in hand.
It'll cut this rug.
I confess, I've...
Believe in victory. Battle 1. Engage!
Off you go. Slow. Slow. Off you go. Slow. Slow. Down. Missed it.
Great!
Slow. Whoa.
Let's open you up.
That was the best
Great.
work. Whoa. Whoa. Very well. You're such a flirt. Try this on. Down. The claws are out. You're getting on my nerves. Lucky two boys.
Anagenesis!
Start trying this on here.
Hey,
Try this
Down.
on your size.
we'll get you next time.
I have
Battle 2. Engage!
slow. Come on. Whoa. Try this.
Let's open you up.
The claws are out.
Let's open you up.
Very well. Start trying this on. Down. Come. The final chapter's in hand.
It'll cut this rug.
I was hoping for an encore, but guess that won't be happening. I confess, I've always admired your dialect. Like pouring golden sweet honey over your words. I wonder how many more flies I can trap speaking in this sugared tone.
Character select. Grand. Cagliostro. Catalina. Amalthea. Grand versus Catalina. Believe in victory. Battle 1. Engage!
I see you! I see you!
Stand down! There! Prepare yourself! There! Got you! Prepare your... Stand down!
Take this! Take this!
Stand down!
I see you!
Huh? Stand down! How's this?
Here I go! I see you!
Stand down! Gotcha!
Get ready! It's coming! Take this!
Stand down! Prepare your... There! Stand down! Stand down! Stand down!
How's this thing?
Stand down! Stand down!
Get ready! I see you!
No more games! I'll finish this!
Down.
You won this time.
This was quite...
Battle 2. Engage!
How's this thing down? It's coming! How's this thing? It's coming! I see you!
Stand down! There!
How's this
Going
thing?
in!
How's this thing?
Got you! Unbelievable! Got you! Got you! Prepare your... Stand down! 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 Stand down!
Right!
How's this?
It's coming! Right!
Got you! You can't escape!
It's coming! Now! It's coming!
Finish!
I couldn't beat her.
It's over. I might have overdone it.
Believe in victory. Battle 1. Engage!
It's coming! That's enough! Get ready! There! There! There!
Got you! Gotcha! How's this? Prepare your... Here! Got you!
It's hard!
Got you! Stand down! There! Stand down! Stand down! Here!
There! Take this! Take this!
Stand down!
Grand. Catalina. Amalthea. Grand versus Catalina. Believe in victory. Battle 1. Engage!
Stand down! Dodge this! Stand down! This! Dodge this! Fire! Dodge this! Stand down! This! Dodge this! Fire! Stand down! Prepare yourself! Get down! Get some! Right off! Right! Prepare yourself! Now fire! Fire! Down! Stand down! Stand down! Stand down! Prepare! Gotcha! There! Gotcha!
Down.
I'll let you have this one.
Right! That wasn't so bad.
Battle 2. Engage!
Stand down!
Dodge this! That's enough!
Free!
It's hard!
Not so fast! Not so fast! Stand down! Stand down!
Dodge this!
Stand down! Got you!
Over here!
Stand down! Stand down! Stand
Over
down!
here!
Stand down! Stand down! Stand down!
Dodge this! Whoa!
Stand down! Stand down!
Fire!
Gotcha!
Down.
Still have a ways to go.
Battle 3. Engage!
Right!
Stand down! There!
Dodge this!
Stand down!
Fire!
Going in!
There! Right!
Stand down!
Over
Going
here!
in!
It's hard!
Stand down! Stand down!
Over
down!
here! Yeah!
Got you! Got you! Stand down! Got you! Got you! Prepare
Over here.
yourself! Stand down!
Dodge this!
Stand down! Stand down!
There! Fire!
Stand down!
Finish!
I couldn't beat her.
It's over. I might have overdone it.
Believe in victory. Battle 1. Engage!
Dodge
Going
this!
in! Stand down!
Incredible!
Got you! Stand down! Got you! There! Gotcha! Right on! Got you!
Fire!
Stand down!
Dodge this!
Gotcha!
Prepare yourself!
No more games. I'll finish this. Blossoms and crystal. Rays of frost!
Down.
Still have a ways to go.
Can you
Battle 2. Engage!
Right!
Stand down! Stand down!
Whoa! Whoa! Right! Whoa!
Gotcha!
Dodge this!
Gotcha!
Dodge this!
How's this?
There! Dodge this! Coming at ya! Right!
Stand down! There! Stand down! Stand down! grant me your power. This battle is over. You're finished, Realm of Ice!
Finished.
I couldn't beat her.
I might have overdone it. Some rest will serve you well.
Character select. Catalina.
Alright, we're at winner's final.
Belial. Amalthea.
Mic check, mic check. I think I hear myself. I do hear myself. All right, perfect.
Belial versus Catalina.
Riveting monthly here. Granblue Fantasy versus. We got winners finals coming up. Mad Best Killer versus Neo Cars. Should be a good one. This basically.
Believe in victory. Battle 1. Engage.
Going in. Whoa. Stand down. Stand down. There. Going in.
All right, going into it.
Here.
Nice job.
Nice focus attack cancel. Neo Cars taking MBK all the way to the corner. Finds the 200 converts big damage here. Already messes up his setup a little bit. Mad Best Killer able to convert off of that. With the crossover with the sentry there.
No more games. I'll finish this.
Neo Cars taking that first round pretty quickly, pretty convincingly.
Whoops. Let's turn this.
You're in the chat, let me know, guys know if you can hear me.
You trying to kill me?
Trying to make some big moves tonight.
Battle 2. Engage.
Alright, going into the Neo Cars. Getting that EXP, taking the Anzio, and taking that first round as well. But MBK, pretty strong round. Starts with the round of zone. Managed to get some of those fireballs and some of the Anzios. Nice whip punish there. That 5H going to be paying dividends. Okay, jab pressure. Nice late tech from Neo Cars, but still has to contend with the fact that he's in the corner now. MBK, block pressure is just too scary. Nice counter hit confirmed there.
Perfect.
Answering back with a perfect.
Battle
Good stuff. We
3.
got a close one to start out here. 1-1. Alrighty, so far, the story between these two rounds is whoever can really get that opening gambit, whoever gets the knockdown first, it tends to be the one that has an offensive advantage for most of the game. Right now, that's Neo Cars slowly putting MBK into the corner here. Wow, NCR 5M. MBK definitely showing that he can fight back here.
Satisfied. Have a nice trip.
Alrighty, nice grab here. Trying to fight out. Finding that counter hit 5H. Wow, wasn't a safe jump that time. Neo Cars gambling on the DP and it working out for him, but counter hit again. MBK, nice hit confirmed as always, taking that first game. Good stuff. It's gonna be a quick 1-0 in his
Shut your
favor.
eyes and blind.
Believe in victory.
Let's see how Neo Cars chances back here.
Going in.
Alrighty, nice roll through. Yeah, Neo Cars making pretty liberal use of the focus attack there, trying to use the armor to absorb the fireballs, maybe even an errant 5H. Yeah, just like that, we're seeing it paying off for him quite a bit, but MBK staying as stalwart as ever, not letting Neo Cars detract from his plans. All right, counter hit. Last patch that would have given him a combo. Or not last patch, excuse me, quite a few patches ago. But now he can only take the frame advantage. All right, 5H. Big jump back. Okay, yeah, MBK looking for the hit. He's fishing for it a little bit, but Neokarp's not fighting until that situation right there where he tried to fight his way out of the corner. Unfortunately, couldn't find it.
Body on body.
What's up, MBK? Making quick work of this 2-0 winners finals. Oh, excuse me. Look at me jumping the gun. My bad. I didn't realize it was only the first round. Okay, Neokarsh again, that opening advantage. As I was saying that earlier, though, it looks like MBK, even if he doesn't get that lead early on, he's still able to turn it back into his favor. Let's see if he can keep that going now still. Back a little bit to the corner, but he does have the life advantage here. Okay, no confirming to the enchanted land. Okay, nice combo off the EX pinwheel. Yeah, I like it. Neokarsh knowing that close medium is 0. He does have an opportunity to try and swing and possibly win the frame situation there. Nice carry from MBK. Not letting Neokarsh throw any fireballs. Ooh, the block back into the 5H punish. Good stuff.
If only you would.
Yeah, I think the big thing between separating MBK and Neokarsh in these sets is the fact that MBK is just able to find these ways to get Neokarsh to fight on his base, and meanwhile, MBK, when he's kind of getting put into these dangerous situations, he's, you know, holding his ground, he's not letting Neokarsh going into bad situations, or bad decisions, I should say. He's got a little bit of an error on MBK's part, putting him in a dangerous situation here.
Whoops.
Okay, finds the 5H there, overhead, nice block from Neokarsh. That time getting the counter hit confirmed into the EX land.
Down.
Keep him in the corner.
Over.
Neokarsh waking up a little bit.
Battle 2. Engage.
Prepare yourself.
Yeah, holding it, trying to get MBK to get a little bit squirrely. Trying to make him a little bit afraid of the unblockable, but like I was saying, MBK now really willing to bite on these base like that. Good whip punish yet again. Really punishing Neokarsh for going for these two ends. Nice, getting the new route there. 5L into the non-metered or non-cooldown, I should say, version of the thrust. Also kind of playing it calm. MBK has quite a bit of a life lead to work with, as well as the screen positioning, so he can afford to just hang back and chill. Doesn't really have to take too many risks here. Yeah, just playing this pretty safe, trying to get frame advantage where he can.
Nice job.
Nice Neokarsh finding the 2M. Nice confirm there. Yeah, got some fireballs. This time canceling it early into the pinwheel, causing Neokarsh to roll into it. Doesn't get the animation of the super, though Neokarsh still has a chance, but the overhead catching the low there. Good stuff. MBK
Battle 3.
making it close here. On the verge of this being a 3-0, but it was close though.
Going in. Down.
Alright, big hit, finds the 5H there. Looking like Neokarsh's round so far, but that hasn't really meant much to MBK so far. Nice, finds the jump in, but actually combo into the ground normal. That's so unfortunate.
Prepare yourself.
Tell me you don't want this.
The MBK spinning a few of the EXs. His cooldowns mean that he won't get great conversions and he has to wait for his fireball, but it does secure the damage in that situation. A few things you have to think about when you land those hits in Granblue is whether or not you want to spend those cooldowns. Try and get a better position for yourself, or maybe save it for later. Try and play a bit of the longer game here. We got the fireball from back and forth. He's just playing neutral right now. Again! MBK, one thing he's been... Oh no, with the drop. One thing MBK has been so good about in this set is conditioning Neokarsh with the way that he throws his fireballs. It makes it so that he sets up perfectly when Neokarsh wants to roll forward. The moment he scouts it out, he puts out that pin with stopping it. Yeah, now he's just sort of throwing more than normal fireballs here. Be careful though, doesn't have a lot of life to work with. There it is, MBK setting up the whip situation yet again. That's kind of been the story of this set, right? Just his ability consistently get Yomar to fight on that 2M and punish him for it consistently. Every round you see that. Game's a lot louder than the commentary.
So, Danny, you and Era.
Okay.
Era on stream.
They're saying the game's a lot louder than the commentary.
Oh. Could be gain volume and it could be my mixer's gain volume.
Gotcha.
I had it set up too high. Don't worry, I can fix that. I can fix that. Game's a lot louder, so I'm gonna lower the actual game volume down a little bit, and I'll increase my volume, lower the gain. That should be enough.
Character select. Grand. Seahawks.
Hey, boy. World deserves to hear Danny Boy's voice. Alrighty, let's get back into it. Not much of a good commentator, but I can do my best. I'll try my best. Alright, here we go. Let's get into it. Losers quarters. This is the best of 3.
Believe in victory. Battle 1. Engage.
Alright. Alright, Arrow starting off a bit strong. When Danny Boy in his corner early, but I think Danny Boy's gonna reverse it. Okay, wake up counter. Switch aside. Danny Boy with them whiffs. Ooh, the DP misses. Arrow's punishing it. Getting closer, goes for the grab, misses. Backs up. Get him on projectiles. We're keeping him in that corner, both at 100%. They're gonna spend it? No, he did not spend it, but he hits it with the projectile, taking the first round.
Battle 2. Engage.
Ooh, nice clash. Ooh, wait. Counter. And for the DP. Yeah, boy, closing him in. He's in that corner. Arrow knows he's in that corner against Danny Boy. It's bad business for him. He needs to get out. Oh, try to go for a grab. Okay. Danny Boy spins it. Ooh, that was nice. That was nice. Real
Battle
nice.
3. Engage.
They put Nero back in the corner.
Heads up! Demons! Fear!
The boy's whipping. Oh, trying to get in.
Heads up!
1-1 game, round 3, first game. Ooh, nice follow up by Danny. Ooh, both with the enhanced version, both miss. But Eric definitely punched it. Getting close.
Heads up! Fire! Fire!
He's gonna chip him out. Up. Arrow takes it.
Finish.
Arrow takes the first match.
Sorry, everyone. Looks like I won today's match.
Believe in victory. Battle 1. Engage.
Get back!
Hey, Danny Boy's keeping him in that corner. DP. Me. Overhead. Ooh, counter. Ooh, Danny Boy missed that grab, but he was able to recover a bit. There's in danger. Oh, drops the combo. Oh, yep, he's punishing that. Era's doing a good job punishing Danny Boy. Blocking the DPs and then just going for the punish. He's doing a good job. Definitely keeping that pressure on Danny Boy, not letting him breathe. Danny Boy with the DP trying to get out. Switch his sides. Overhead. Yep, Danny Boy spinning it. Oh, did not follow through. Arrow's gonna grab him, throw him in the corner. Tries to grab him again. Ooh, nice counter. EX. Oh. Arrow's getting so close. So close beating Danny Boy. Oh, and Era takes it. 2-0's Danny Boy.
Here I thought you were stronger.
Era,
Looks like
2-0.
I won today's match.
Nice.
Grant.
All right, I'm up against Scrap Vermillion, so let me go ahead and take it to the crowd. Vermillion versus myself.
Yeah. It's me and Scraw next, right?
No, it's me and Scrap.
Oh, you and Scraw. Oh.
Oh, we got a scenic cam since when? Hold up. Projection value is going a bit brazy right now.
Character select.
Yeah, let me get set up here. Where's my chat? I need chat.
UL. Narmaya.
Oh, there's chat.
Narmaya.
I need chat. What's going on, everybody? Danny Boy back on the mic.
Port Breeze.
I got a little bit sixth there, as you can see, but that's okay.
UL versus
Already
Narmaya.
going into it. No breaks on the trains here at Flynn's. We got Silverback Senpai versus Scrot Vermillion. T.O. Extraordinaire versus Melty Blood Player Extraordinaire. Two well-respected people in their own
Believe in
individual
victory.
crafts.
Battle 1.
All right, let's see
Engage.
how they do. Nice drop Vermillion early with the rush down, trying to make sure he gets that knockdown as soon as he's back. All right, Scrot already trying to set up that stance pressure, but Silverback Senpai having none of that with that trademark wake up DP, as you see right there. Not afraid to bust it out. Scrot, you gotta be careful, gotta make sure you're watching your toes there. Okay, nice follow.
Great.
And Silverback Senpai not afraid to show those DPs. Running it all the way from downtown with that side swap there. And gets the 5L, but no big confirm off of it. Oh, big counter hit, but again, no confirm. Nice super there. Drop Vermillion finally showing me a ton of damage in the set. Alrighty, good stuff.
Battle 2. Engage.
Scrap Vermillion taking that first game was a little scrambly from both sides. Nice intro up there, getting an auto combo out. He's able to get the full medium follow-up into the DP. Scrap being privy to Silverback Senpai's wake-up tactics, not gonna let another DP fly like that. Okay. I actually like that decision a lot from Strahd. He wasn't quite sure if he was going to get the punish, so he wanted to just aim for that first hit of 5 damage, cancel into the stance, which is the pressure worst scenario. Catches him mashing. You can't do that against Strahd. There's one thing you need to know about this guy. He is a lab monster. He will make sure that no matter what his offense is, that it's safe against DPs, that it's going to catch him mashing, right? He's going to limit as many options to success that you have as possible. Alrighty, big jump and start the round here. This is great. That empty jump duel, that is DP safe. Silverback Senpai is not able to do anything about it. This time, blowing up the DP with the auto parry on the stance there. That 5L so hard to deal with, and the 2M pads and good stuff. Scrap for million with the perfect. Yeah, for those who don't know, that 5L in the stance, it's 0 on block, but that light actually has medium priority in the normal, meaning that there really isn't any normal in the game that's able to, challenge it and able to counter hit it like that. Running deep for the grab there. Again, DP safe, like I'm saying, Strahd, his offense is just 2 on point. Not too many options that you have on defense. He's going to be able to bring in wrong confirm. Off the auto combo, good stuff. Strahd picking up that punch there.
I won't stop till I've won.
That's a quick 2-0. Alright, solid stuff. Start from million.
Your dazzling moves had me spellbound for a sec. Kind of reminded me of
with the
Societe,
quickness.
actually. Though you're
Moving through this up next, we got loser semis, I believe. You can go through it. What do you think?
Ferry. UL.
Thank you. Alrighty, so we're gonna have it set up here. Again, this is loser semis. This is gonna be 3 out of 5.
Yep.
Oh, hopefully my competitors heard that. So that's 3 out of 5 coming up right here. Scrap for million versus Era. Alrighty, man. Let's see. There's a lot on the line here.
UL versus
Era. I'm actually not quite sure if he's made it this far in bracket, or at least he will not have made it this far in bracket if he actually beats Scrod. However, Scrod himself also has quite a bit to prove here. He is trying to make a name for himself in this game now. He's been really enjoying it, right? Finding his stride with Yule in this game, and really wants to start taking some big names at some of these big tournaments coming up here. Let's see if Scrod can start out by taking small placing of the bubble here. Nice jump back from Era, though. Doesn't get confirmed, but he's finding the hits anyways. Plus frames, Era taking full advantage. Oh, but Scrod for million kind of wilding out a little bit. He's finding these hits. Okay, yep, Era trying to slow things down with that Area X Fireball. Okay, we got that classic 6 corner pressure here. Yeah, plus frames. I think Scrod maybe trying to go for a DP or something. Not quite sure what it was. Stopped the movement on his controller there, but whatever he wanted, it didn't come out. Good stuff, Era.
Battle 2.
Trying to maintain the old guard. Trying to stop the invasion of the multiplayer from winning our Granblue locals. Goes all the way to the ender. Manages the frame trap, Scrap a million. It's a risky strategy, but it can pay off sometimes. Nice counter hit confirmed. Into the M Rekka too. You can only get that off a counter hit if you do far M. Alright, DP. Scrap a million. Using some of the silverback statistics. Good fireball. Nice, I like it. The 5H to stop the clone there. Yep, that time backing off. Scrod does have to be a little bit cognizant. So if Eric decides to go for those frame traps or even for the plus on block extension, Scrod is able to DP those. The only thing that 6 can go for that's going to beat that DP is a little back step. Let's see if Scrod is actually aware of that, but looks like he might not even need to. Got the knowledge he's able to secure the round there. You know, I don't want to say super convincingly, but he definitely had quite a bit of work left to work. Nice! What a 5H. Big call out from Eric. Take the corner almost immediately. Yeah, I'd appreciate if Eric maybe went a little bit higher on those air fireballs there. Dive kick, counter hit that time, so it's able to knock down. Yeah, he he wanted that fireball there. No! Trying to grab him as he ran up the Scrod going for, but I want to call it trademark at this point, just to run up all the way from downtown and go from the overhead like that. Seeing it again with full effect. Scrod able to confirm into the super. Not going to be quite enough to kill, but any hit here is going to be dangerous. Scrod, or excuse me, Era has to be very careful lest something like that happens. Scrod for million, going for the grab, taking that first game.
Anybody ever told you you move like...
Believe in victory. Battle 1. Engage.
Yeah, Scrod for million. He was a little bit dissuaded from that tactic earlier, the run up 5M for the round start, but Scrod showing that he's not afraid. He's going to keep going for it unless Era stops him from doing it every time he plays. Alright, clone. I like it. Opts for the teleport in that situation just to try and get out of the corner. Alright, but Era is in trouble here. Nice 5H and a solid confirmed there, but no combo to finish it. Alright, EX Fireball. Scrod smartly avoiding it. Again, the 5H that time. Era not opting to go for a follow-up just in case.
Down.
Plus frames on the flip kick. Good stuff. Scrod for million. Keeping the offense up. Slowly figuring out the tricks one by one. It's going to be up to Era to try and adapt. Try to play a little bit more wild. Again, the full extension. Nice. Gets the counter hit on the 5H and able to go into a full combo here. Able to set up a meaty clone. Plus on block. Try to make the DP even though dice. Nice block on the overhead. Yeah, it's a little bit hard to go for in Sniper just because the strength of Yule's normal. The fact that she likes to play at a range naturally, where she can nice pickup.
Great. Finish.
And the empty jump into the grab. It is very tricky seeing as she has that empty jump into the DP save too well. Really strong offense is hard to deal with no matter what character you are.
Battle 1.
That's good stuff. That being said, Scrod million kind of going for that as if Era doesn't have a counter. Frame 1 ready to go. Oh, big bait on DP, but unfortunately does not get the punch on it. Going for the 5H to the far end. But he is staying headed for that. Or he played a match. That is also a valid catch. Big cash out. Unfortunately, not quite close enough to the wall to get that extension off of the EX. Yeah, Era's going for the EX quite a bit, but they're not really doing too much in this match here. Scrod always seems to be out of the be affected by those. Nice bait on the 5H, no punish there. Okay, got combo mash in, has to be careful. Nice check on the grab. Oh, but the overhead tried to go for something, but got caught out there. Yeah, Scrod not looking too happy about that one.
Battle 2. Engage.
Alright, Era showing his way. DP yet again. Oh, just too close to be affected again by the EX Fireball. He always seems to be out of the range of it. Yeah, Era looking a little bit flustered. Nice offense. Nice 5H there. That is one thing that he's been landing very consistently in this match. What an overhead. Yeah, man, Era's placements of the button stage are so strong in this match. Always able to catch Scrod with something and the counter hits. Basic swing shot doing a lot for him. Super, but Era not biting.
Dead meat.
Nice, and gets the close stage for the punish. Good stuff, Era. Putting one up on the board here.
This sucks.
Alright, this is good. If you're Era, that you've just proven that it's possible. Now you just gotta keep going.
Believe in victory.
Potentially take it home.
1. Engage.
We're trying to see a whole Granblue top 3 here. Oh, nice run here. Yeah, that's the thing about the punish. It does have the auto parry on it, which makes it pretty strong to just kind of sit there and wait for it. Okay, we get the knockdown here. MTP in the corner. They set up a little bit, but that's okay. We still got the grab. Early steps from Era that time. Scrod getting knowledge with a little bit there. That clone is plus on block if he teleports to it. Alright, yeah, a little bit of zoning with the clone now. I like it. Taking the opportunity from the with 5H to run up. Era just running a train in this corner here. Alright, goes to the full SSBA. Getting another goal on it. Nice. Era gambling on the match and it paying out. Good stuff. Stealing that round there.
Battle 2. Engage.
Taking it all the way back from such a huge life deficit, managing to flip around there. And again, that 5H. That's pretty much Era's specialty tonight. Alright, DP there. That is the thing about that clone setup. That does give you a perfectly timed, you know, plus on block situation there, but it is very easy for your opponents to DP out of it. Very hard situation to bait as well. Oh, that time. No! Yeah, stop a million again. Get a knowledge check just a little bit. Wasn't quite ready for the fact that that full follow-up there is punishable, and that quite a bit too. Alright, but he finds the grab there. This is where he's I was about to say, this is where he's strong, but Era, the mash, just working out for him consistently. Ooh, finds the whip punish there. Good stuff, Era. Man, showing some pretty strong stuff here.
Seems sporadic.
Believe in victory. Battle 1.
Alrighty. Scrod was looking pretty strong towards the beginning of the set, but Era has been slowly clawing his way back up. Yeah, Era trying to bait a DP there. He knows Scrod like to show it just like that, but Scrod opting to save it for a moment that he knew he would work there. Plus frames, yep. Scrod was resetting it this time. Doesn't get the second hit of that 5M. A little unfortunate there. Plus on block. Are we going to see the fireball? No, we're going to save it. That's kind of important. You want to make sure you have at least one cooldown ready to have your extension on stick. Otherwise, it's a lot less scary to get hit by him. That's a big counter hit overhead. Speaking of getting hit by something scary. Alrighty, Scrod Vermillion. Looking a little rough there, but he is on set point.
Battle 2. Engage.
Winner of this is going to be seeing Neokarsh in losers finals. Alright, finds the low. Nice conversion. And Era has no counter. That's a huge thing to be aware of. If he does not have that cooldown on lock, Strawberry is able to run his offense pretty much without fear. Alright, DP. Grab. Stance here, has to be careful. Yep, that's false on block. You can't do anything about that, sir. You can't. Alright, he gets up. Scrod Vermillion cleaning it up. It was looking a little bit rough towards the end of the set there. That was 3. Yeah, that was 3.
Anybody ever told you you move
yeah, Scrod's like a 3-2.
Feel like I could adapt some of your technique to my dancing.
Neokarsh and Scrod.
Listen, Tom Leader, come on by and show me your
Alrighty,
stuff.
we got it coming up. Losers finals here. Good stuff to Scrod. He kind of realized what was working for Era in the middle of that set there. Right, he realized those mid-screen pokes, right? Era was really effective at stopping him from approaching, right? Those 5Hs were really well placed mid-screen. And just also, you know, just the fact that he was able to mash out of a lot of Scrod's pressure, right? Scrod maybe wasn't keeping it as tight as it should have been, but he cleaned it up towards the end there. Really got Era to swing in places where he shouldn't have been, and managed to really frame trap, get those huge counter hits, and cash out for big damage there. Alrighty, man, we're winding down. We're almost at the end of the bracket. We got losers finals here. Let me know if you guys are enjoying the stream. As a reminder, this is
G-Dot.
Oh, I almost got distracted there. My bad. This is Flynn's Arcade up in Margate. There's tournaments happening all the time. First Friday of every month, as you can see, is Granblue. Please, 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 if you're interested, right, feel free to come out to the next one.
I'll be on.
Very welcoming community. We're always down to play some games. We also have KOF on the last Friday of every month, which this month I believe is the 20-something. The 29th this month. The 29th we're going to be running KOF, and then also every Saturday is Smash Brothers, and every Sunday is Guilty Gear Strive. So a little bit of something for everybody. Alrighty, but enough shilling. Let's get into it. Losers finals. Scrod versus Neokarsh. Historically, Neokarsh has had Scrod's number for a little bit, but Scrod definitely proved that he's got the chops, right? He's a little bit of a top player in his own regard, right? Obviously one of the best multiplayer players in the country, potentially the world. And he's definitely shown he's at the fundamentals to take him to the top level. Neokarsh, though, a little bit of a neutral god in his own right. The fundamentals of having played for so many years really makes him such a solid player, and also just the amount of experience he has in Granblue in general makes him a really scary competitor to fight. Alright, we got the safe jump setup here. Neokarsh getting quite the early lead here. Really sensible life lead, and has Scrod in the corner, having the cloud. Nice, finding the 5M there. Okay, grab, got the offense started. Yeah, goes for the 2M on block, but tries to bait out the DP, something like that. Yep, runs up after the minus frames. That was a punish? That's crazy. Yeah, Neokarsh really taking advantage of some Scrott's hesitancy here. Isn't really too worried, yeah, about doing the run-ups like that, right? Doing the Rekkas. Not really being too punished for kind of just taking up the space like that. Oh, there it is, though. As soon as I'm saying it's Scrott, waking up a little bit, finding that 5H, stopping Neokarsh dead in his tracks.
Battle 2, engage.
Alrighty, man. Really strong showing from Scrott. Was looking kind of rough for him in the beginning of that round, but managed to just slowly bring it back. Alright. This round looking like a little bit of a repeat from the last. Scrott. Back to the corner here. Neokarsh, very hard competitor to break out of once he has you locked down like this. Once he decides he wants you in the corner, you're going to stay there. Yep, 5H juggle into the super. We're going to keep this whole deadly wave going. Yo, shoot your Hadouken. That's a big ass Hadouken.
Battle 3, engage.
Hey, Neokarsh. And attack around to your Scrott, finding a little bit of that Granblue 2L. Scrott finding a lot of mileage out of these mid-range normals. Managing to get the hit and perform off of them consistently. Nice. Neokarsh gambling on the dash run, or excuse me, the dash jump. Manages to find it just like that. He's not in the corner, but that does not mean Scrott's letting up on the offense here. Keeping it going, Neokarsh again. Still not afraid, even though he lost a round for it. He's not afraid to run up and, you know, threaten that space, because just like that, he knows how to turn it around and punish Scrott for wanting to even defend his land in the first place. Nice. The strong reactions from Neokarsh. Sees that run up immediately. He's like, nah, son, you're not going nowhere. Get hit with this 5M real quick. That's one of the things that make Neokarsh so strong as a competitor. No matter what happens, he always manages to maintain his cool. He believes in his game plan and he's gonna run it.
Believe in victory. Battle 1, engage.
Alrighty, jumping knee. Scrott does have to be a little bit careful with the dive kick in this matchup. Blvd does have a DP that's able to snipe out Scrott's air approaches, no matter if he's going for the dive kick or for just a straight up jump. Delays the EX DP just in time to get that sweep. Alrighty, hard knockdown here. Nice counter hit confirmed. He's got full super. This should be enough to kill. Yes, sir. Doesn't even have to finish the full deadly rave. Doesn't even go for the hard input either. Wants to save his finger dexterity a little bit. Rather just let Blvd do the whole thing herself.
Battle 2,
that's enough, man. I mean, you gotta be careful with those easy input supers sometimes. They do leave quite a bit of damage on the table. When it's like that, when they're basically a pixel away from dying, it's pretty safe to go for it. Even from that far away, Neokarsh managing to get the high connect on the EXDP so we can get that sweep into the safe jump. Nice, Scrott for million, catching that 5U charge time. Oh, and he's chasing him down now, too. Alright, 5L. There it is, Neokarsh again, playing calm, cool, and collected. He's being patient, letting Scrott run into these normals. Yeah, that 5M, that's an unfortunate button to clash with. Can't really challenge it too effectively. Best you can do is have to dodge DP, because the normal's not beating that thing once you clash with it. Counter hit, doesn't let it rock for the confirm. Tries to get the run-up grab, but falls a little too short. Scrott misjudging the distance by just a tiny bit, and that's going to cost him the game.
Believe in victory.
That's the thing about Granblue, right? It's not the most highest damage game in the world, but when you make those grave mistakes like that, you are going to be paying quite the price for it. Yeah, you might be a little bit more incentivized in this game compared to others, especially some games like Strive that are so high damage. You might be incentivized to make those few more mistakes, but then you realize all those mistakes mean you're in the corner, right? You're against a character like this in a game where strike throw is so strong. Nice smash on the 2L there. Neokarsh maintaining his composure here and just knowing when he should be going for those smashes and when he should just chill out and block. My man's mind is clear. He is currently in Zen.
2, engage.
Alrighty, big jump there. Wasn't a punish, but Scroffamillion not standing up in time to block it. Nice again, the 5H from Neokarsh. The placement of his buttons is just fantastic this game. He always knows the range the Scrot wants to occupy, and which ones he can challenge effectively. Run up 2L, no confirmed. Wow, what a 2H. Doesn't get the air hit, but that's okay. We still get a little bit off of that. Grab, we got a little bit of a late tech there. Nice confirm. All right. We got a little bit of a mixed-up situation here. Now Neokarsh finding himself in the corner there. Tries to jump out, but Scrot too ready with the anti-air. Neokarsh trying to test those multi-blood grounded anti-airs, but Scrot showing his fundamentals just a little bit too strong to be jumping away from him like that. Good stuff with the chip out.
Battle 3, engage.
Yo, shout out to the DP hitboxes, man. They were a little breezy in the game. Ooh, big counter hit 5A. It's going to be a huge grip of damage. We get a safe jump. The strong thing about this route, too, it lasts so long. Gina's actually able to get back the cooldown for her EX Rekka again. So if she does manage to get the hit on the safe jump, or even if she just manages to randomly catch him like that, she'll always have that EX Rekka ready to go. Neokarsh showing that in full effect, and he's able to take that game. Alrighty, so good stuff. Neokarsh taking that with a swift 3-0, earning his run back against MBK. It looks like we're about to tune in to another Flynn's Classic here. Go ahead and get that set up.
Character select.
Alrighty, I hope everyone's having a good time. Like I was saying, this is grand finals of this tournament. Winner of this set's gonna go home with a nice stack. Alrighty, man, let's see how this goes. I believe last time these guys played, and by last time I mean last tournament that we had, I believe Neokarsh came out on top, but it was a very grueling set, went all the way to the end. Last game, post-bracket reset. Those are always the entertaining sets. Those are the ones you want to see the most. Let's see if these guys can pull out another good one for us here. Or let's see if either one of them has just leveled up so much to the fact that they just end up stomping their opponent. I mean, we never know, right? MBK managed to pull out a pretty convincing set earlier today, but Neokarsh, he's primed, he's hot. He just came off of a few quick sets himself, so he's ready to go. He has he doesn't have cold hands like MBK might.
Versus Gita. Believe in victory. Battle 1. Engage.
Alright, going into it. A little bit of a slow start for both players. You got a surprise. Oh wait, hold on. I'm not allowed to play that. Anyways, yeah, Neokarsh actually decided he wants to try and take this home with his Jita. Definitely a character that he has quite a bit of experience with. Nice punish, dodging the 5H there. Taking MBK all the way to the corner. Well, like I was saying, as you guys just saw, Jita's definitely a character that Neokarsh has quite a bit of experience with. Definitely a character I know he thinks is better than Catalina right now, so I'm definitely not surprised to see her here. EX Fireball taking in Neokarsh. Jita might be the answer here. Let's see if MBK can respond back.
This is stupid.
Tries to DP through the run, but it's a little bit too far. MBK opting to only go for the 2L there, and it pays off. Nice, getting the punish on that spot right there. Into his full EX chain. Goes the EX DP for the knockdown. Are we going to see the command grab? Neokarsh going for the DP immediately. Doesn't even want to see the answer to that question.
Don't listen so slow.
Alright, 5H. Neokarsh opting not to swing though. MBK can't get too much off of that. Ooh, MBK trying to set up that whip there with the 5H like he was doing all that last set, but Unfortunately, just a little bit too slow on the reactions there. Alright, Neokarsh has to be careful. He's not quite in chip out range yet, but if he does run into that fireball, that is going to be the end of that round.
Battle 3, engage.
Alrighty, man, we got ourselves a good game already to start off the set. 1 round keys. Both of these players are firing off on all cylinders. That's what you want to see.
So slow.
Big 5H counter hit there. But MBK gambling on the DP. He's trying to keep this corner positioning as much as possible.
This is stupid. Nice love.
Doesn't want Neokarsh getting out at all, but as we saw earlier, some of the things we were seeing, Neokarsh has to lock into to get out of here, but he's going to have to use all this damage for his troubles.
I'll fill all the holes in your head.
Alrighty, that's going to be a huge drip of damage. And a good hit from MBK is going to be enough to take this. Yeah, MBK trying to play a little bit patiently, waiting for some of his cooldowns to come back here. Nice pinwheel. EX pinwheel, trying to keep the pressure going. Yeah, nice. Neokarsh this time, not fighting on any of those baits, but the jump.
Did I not train enough?
A little bit misinformed there. MBK more than happy to take that opportunity to steal out this first game.
Engage.
Gets up overall. Neokarsh gambling a little bit early with the roll there, trying to stop the fireball, but MBK smartly cancels out into the pinwheel. Stops him from doing that. Uses that EX pinwheel, pulling him just close enough for that 2-ult connect. The MBK playing like a Belial master right now. Wow, what a deep cross up from Neokarsh. MBK fortunately a little bit too far up to get that 2H to punish.
Osmodeus.
Nice, cool. Neokarsh not playing around. I'm going to go into the SSBA. This is going to be a little bit scaled. He started from the 5L into the, the close L into the close M. Yeah, so it's going to scale a little bit to the point where he won't die from it. But MBK, of course, has to be careful. Neokarsh, all of his EX is on deck. He is going to be able to convert off of whatever hits he wants. We're giving him a lot of space here. Ah, but the parry. Nice reactions, jumping out of the command grab there. Has to be careful. Still not. Ah, there it is, man. Finding him walking back with the sweep. Good stuff from Neokarsh. Both players keeping it very competitive here. Ooh, that would have been crazy. Unfortunately, the hit on that pinwheel is not that much.
Here I come. This is stupid. You sure about it?
That's the thing about when you laser at somebody when they're back into the corner like that. Normally, those setups are kind of timed to where the distance that you have to run up, you just have to run up the distance and hit normal to get your timing right. But when you're back into the corner, you don't get pushed back nearly as much. So a lot of players mess up their meaties, I guess you could say, or their frame traps in those situations just because they're not used to the change in timing. They stick in the air like that. Alright, Neokarsh starting to run off a lot differently, opting to play more patiently. So far, it's working out for him. He's only got a little bit of damage on the table. MBK firing it back. It's about even now for both sides.
This is crazy.
Nice to punish Neokarsh. He's got the timing for that 5H dodge down pat.
Nice, so slow.
Nice. Neokarsh backing all the way up, trying to make MBK believe he was comfortable. Just as soon as he decides to swing, Neokarsh is like, nah, son. I think you forgot this is my corner. You're just visiting it. Ooh, that could have been a 2H. But that's okay. We're gonna go ahead and chip him out. Neokarsh tying things up one apiece.
That ought to teach ya. No more funny business.
Believe in victory. Battle 1, engage.
Here I come.
And those fireball cancels from MBK there.
Here I come.
Paid off a lot for him. Still working pretty good for him now. Nice big counter hit confirm off of that 2M. Gets a huge bit of damage and finds the 2M hit again. MBK's hit confirms off of that normal are just simply too good. Always ready for when that normal hits to convert it into huge damage. That's one of the things that makes playing him so scary. Is no matter what you try to do, if you get hit by that 2M, it doesn't matter how it is that you got hit, he's going to have the proper route ready to go. Make sure it hurts. A little bit too late on that switch. Wasn't able to get the India there. And MBK getting that full counter hit finish. Okay, EX Fireball. Nice, that time getting the 2H.
Yes.
Throw him in the corner there.
This is stink.
Gets him to whip the sweep, but wasn't quite ready for the punish.
This is
Wow, huge whip punish there. MBK, like I was saying, man, his reactions are just simply too insane. The hit confirm off the 2 jabs, but not quite enough to kill. A little bit of a weird situation there. That's one of the things that makes Bilal so strong is the fact that he has access at any range to a far-reaching 5-frame normal. Most characters only have that on their close life, but Bilal's able to do it pretty much from anywhere. He's such a strong character in scramble situations or just in ambiguous situations like that in general, because of how hard it is to contend with that 5-frame normal. Alright, nice DP bait.
I'm sure.
Nice again, dude. He's always ready for that dodge on the 5H.
You win.
Most people can dodge it, but most people can't get the timing down where he can actually get a punish after the 5H whips. Neokarsh definitely has quite a bit of experience playing that character, or playing against this character, excuse me. So he's just ready every time. Alright, Neokarsh finding the hits, and MBK definitely not happy about it. Okay. MBK fighting back. Yeah, he's faking out the intent with the 5H quite a bit, but even when he does decide to go for it, Neokarsh is not getting hit by it, not falling for it whatsoever. Ooh, caught him mashing. Not quite sure what he wanted to go for. Maybe DP, maybe he didn't believe in, you know, Neokarsh's meaties, but Neokarsh definitely going to dissuade him and remind him why he's in Grand Finals in the first place.
Believe in victory. Battle 1. Engage.
This is stinging. Nice love. So slow. Nice love.
Both players playing this out very patiently.
Don't tease me.
Oh, got you.
So slow.
Two and Clash, both players on the play safe, just going for the dodge just in case.
Nice love.
Don't want to get put into any hairy situations.
So slow. What? Don't tease me. Yeah.
Okay, plus frames. Yeah, trying to get Neokarsh to just back off. Which, I mean, good for him, right? That's the safe thing to do. You don't want to put yourself in any precarious situation, especially when you're back to the corner like he was earlier. Now, Neokarsh finding to get MBK into the corner he was afraid of earlier. A little awkward running there, but y'all know what I meant. Ooh, nice counter hit confirmed. Get a safe jump yet again off of this. And again, like I was saying earlier, this route's so long, able to make any of these hits from Vegeta dangerous, just because any of those hits can go into the EX Rekka, just like that. That buff's gonna get him the wall bounce, just like that. Neokarsh on reset point here.
Let's go again.
Just like that.
Battle 2. Engage.
Yeah, don't look so defeated yet, MBK. You still got a whole potentially 2 rounds to play out. Oh, big counter hit combo there. Unfortunately, already committed to canceling into the hand, so wasn't able to get a full route going there. EX Fireball. And Bilal is able to spend that to extend his pressure there. Manages to get Neokarsh swinging with the DP. MBK putting him in critical situation. Any big counter he confirms is going to be the game. Tries to roll through it, but MBK not quite ready for the confirm. That time getting the counter hit 5H and taking it. Good stuff.
Rising sword.
Wait. Battle 3.
Still got 1 round to go though. Neokarsh 1 round away from resetting it, but MBK so close to taking home the bag. See if he's got what it takes. Finds the 5H there. No cancel, but that's okay. This time getting the cancel. Working Neokarsh slowly to the corner. That slow descent on the pinwheel, so tricky. A tool you very rarely seen used. And again, MBK putting him in a critical situation. And he confirmed could be super, but Neokarsh doesn't care, man. He's matching that too well. He's trying to get out of there. Nice roll. Doesn't go into the follow-up. Nice. Counter hit 2H. Oh, not quite close enough for the 2H. Can't counter hit, but no, you're not ground, bro. You can't go for that route. Alright, next hit can do it for any of these players. Oh, finds the hit! Finds the whip on the 2U. Oh, but the overhead chains into it. Good stuff, man. MBK. Almost lost it for a little bit, but managed to regain his composure. Find what it is that he needed. We got the money shot on camera, literally.
Looks like you've won a one-way
And he's able to take it home. Good stuff. MBK is your Flynn's champion. Doesn't count, though, because it's April Fool's Day.
Stand and deliver. The skies will soon fall. See, Silius, I live to serve.
Alrighty, man. Good stuff. Good stuff. We saw quite a few interesting matches towards the end there, right? Definitely some upsets that we had going on, right? Really strong performance, especially from Scrot today, managing to make it all the way to third, right?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, Era too. Era normally has some trouble against some of the old guard, right? But managed to take me out, right? Was pretty competitive against Scrot and Neokarsh as well. Definitely a good showing from him as well tonight. Some good matches all around.
Yeah, I still got a ways to go, but I'm slowly getting better. Just,
I mean, yeah, man, so that's what it's all about, right? As long as you're getting better, right? That's all that really matters at the end of the day.
It's all about just progressing forward and winner. It's like, it's either you win or you learn.
That's true. That's true.
You win or you learn.
That's true. It's never a complete loss.
Yeah, it's never a complete loss. It's either you win or you learn. That's it.
Exactly.
So, that being said, tomorrow, you already know, is Smash Ultimate.
Yep.
And Sunday is Tekken 7.
That's right. I forgot to show Tekken 7. My bad.
Oh, yeah. Which will be run by the Heart Container. And then, of course, later on in the evening will be Guilty Gear Strive. King of Fighters, I have not forgotten about y'all. And you guys are going to have your tournament day on the very last Friday of April.
Yes,
so
I've been having to spread the word to everybody. I've had so many people try to come in today. Hey, is Granblue today? Or not Granblue. They kept on thinking that KOF was today because I showed up. I was like, guys, we have a day. I promise we're going to get to play KOF.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So I'm really hoping that a lot of the people, especially ones that were showing up early on towards the first few weeks that the game came out.
Yeah, definitely.
I know that Friday is a better day for a lot of them, so I'm hoping that they're able to take advantage of that, come out and play some games.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so hopefully I got to see them. So that is the last Friday of April, which I believe is 28th, you said it was, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, the 28th. So, yeah, for sure, feel free to come out to that, right? Granblue, I believe, is going to be the Friday following. That's how months work? Yeah, that's how months work.
Yeah, first Friday Granblue, last Friday King of Fighters. So pretty much once King of Fighters is done, then the week after, Granblue.
For sure. Always, yeah, something for everybody here at Flynn's.
Yeah, definitely. And that's what's one of the unique things is the fact that I just have to find a day that is suitable for the venue for us to run a tournament, and we'll run it. We'll see, if people show up and want to come out and support. And if they do, then, hey, we'll keep it going. And eventually, if the demand is there, then that'll end up being, instead of a monthly, a weekly. So, start small and then just
go from there, right? See the consistency go up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what you like to see.
Yep.
Anyways, like I was saying, we've had a fantastic bracket. If you guys are in the area and you're watching this for some reason, if you're a Smash player, feel free to come through tomorrow. We are going to have Smash Brothers like always here at Flynn's.
And if you are a Smash player, by all means, venture out to play other fighters.
Yeah, man. Some of your boys are coming over to us. I saw.
Yeah.
I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Psychotics.
Psychotics. Okay. I was about to say Kycotics. But yeah, man. He's been getting into it, right? New up-and-coming chip man. He has a very good teacher to potentially learn from in Marvello.
Oh yeah, definitely. Right? Like, just come out, try the game for yourself. Hell, if Strive is too difficult for you, try Granblue. It is so easy to get into, like, especially doing with the easy inputs. Like, you can literally win games with the easy inputs, and then as you get proficient, then you start going with the manual.
There's a player who's top 20, 25, something like that on the PS4 leaderboards, literally, and she plays Matera too.
Right.
Matera's a character you're always throwing fireballs with. That's her game plan, right? She does not use the manual inputs. She literally presses one button to throw her fireballs all the time, and she's one of like the highest ranked players on the leaderboard.
Crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, but that's the nice thing about Granblue, right?
Yeah.
If you're not really too experienced, and okay, so I'm gonna be nice to you guys. I'm not gonna make fun of you. But I remember when when Ryu and Ken and Terry were coming out, the big thing that everyone was complaining about with the characters is I want to play this guy, but I can't throw fireballs, right? Like the motions are too much for me, right? But Granblue, that's not a game you have to worry about, really.
Yeah, you really don't have to worry about it. Like the ease of entry. Like
if you can do a side B in Smash, you can do a DP in Granblue. It's literally the same input.
Yeah,
it's literally the same input. But yeah, man, if you like the games, right, Strive or Granblue, really, right, no matter which one it is, please come out, right, try the games out. Everyone's super nice, everyone's super friendly, willing to run games, right? Yeah, man, that's all I got to say.
Same here.
Yep. Danny Boy on the mic, here with Silverback Senpai.
We're signing off. Y'all have a good night.
Yep.